People hurt you on purpose. Yeah, on purpose. We often want to believe the best in others and think, maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Or maybe I'm just being too sensitive. But you have to face the truth. Sometimes people know exactly what they're doing. They know the pain they're causing and the hurt they're dishing out, and they do it anyway. When someone shows you who they really are, when they lay out their cruelty, their indifference, and their selfishness, believe them. Don't give them a second chance to hurt you again. I get it. Second chances sound great. They're all about redemption and forgiveness, right? But I'm not talking about a one-time mistake or misunderstanding. I'm talking about when someone intentionally hurts you, goes out of their way to bring you down, or betrays your trust. That's a whole different situation. When someone crosses that line, you need to take a stand. Recognize it for what it is and be strong enough to walk away. Let me be real with you. People can come at you in ways that are seriously disrespectful and hurtful, and yeah, sometimes on purpose. They'll throw shade, twist your words, and act like they did nothing wrong, while you're left picking up the pieces of your heart. It's easy to brush it off or make excuses for how they act, but don't fall for that trap. That's exactly what they want. I really think you're overreacting and feeling like you're at fault for their actions. They're trying to gaslight you into believing that their hurtful words and actions are just misunderstandings and that you're the one making a big deal out of nothing. But deep down, you know the truth. You felt the sting of their words and the disrespect hit you like a cold wave. That feeling? That's your gut trying to protect you, reminding you that you deserve way better than this when someone crosses the line. When someone intentionally hurts you, it's not just a mistake, it's a choice they made. And when you let them back into your life after they've wronged you, you're sending a risky message. You're basically saying it's fine for them to treat you badly. You're telling them their actions don't have any consequences and that you'll keep letting them back in without questioning it. You're giving away your self-worth, saying they can hurt you as much as they want, and you'll keep forgiving them. That's not just risky, it's really harmful to you. Hey, let me ask you something. How many times are you going to let someone hurt you before you say, I've had enough? How many times will you let them waltz back into your life like nothing happened? It's time to realize that you deserve respect. You need to stand up for yourself and know your worth. You're not a punching bag or a doormat. You deserve love, kindness, and respect, and it's high time you start treating yourself that way. Those who hurt you on purpose, they don't care about you. Forget about their feelings. They feed off your reactions and love the drama they stir up in your life. They get a kick out of seeing you upset because it gives them a twisted sense of power, like they can pull your strings. But the real power is in your hands. The second you stop giving them the attention they crave and stop reacting to their chaos, you regain control of your life. Let's be real. Cutting toxic people out isn't easy. It's tough work. You might start second-guessing yourself, wondering if you're being too tough or a bit over the top. But let me tell you, you really need to trust your gut. Your feelings matter, and they're there for a reason. Deep down, your instincts are trying to tell you that this person doesn't have your back, and you need to pay attention to that. Think about it. Would you let someone step on your shoes without saying sorry? No way. You'd either call them out or walk away. Why let someone mess with your feelings? You need to guard your heart like it's something valuable. You wouldn't leave your stuff out for anyone to take, so why put your emotional health in the hands of someone who's shown they can't be trusted and just hurts you? And just so we're clear, forgiveness is important, but that doesn't mean you have to welcome that person back into your life. Forgiveness is really about freeing yourself from all that anger. Resentment is all about letting go of the burden that someone else's actions have put on you. But forgiving them doesn't mean you have to let them keep hurting you. Forgiveness isn't about staying in pain. It's about getting back your peace and moving on with your life. Here's the deal. The longer you let these toxic people stick around, the more they'll wear you down. They'll mess with your feelings like they're throwing confetti, and you'll be left to deal with the mess every time they choose to. They come back into your life with a lame apology and a promise to change, but let's be real, they hardly ever do. They usually come back with the same old tricks and intentions, thinking they can mess with you because they know you want to believe people can be good. But sometimes, that goodness just isn't there. You need to stand your ground and be clear about your boundaries. And don't get it twisted. Setting boundaries isn't being rude, it's actually showing respect for yourself. When you set those boundaries, you're making a statement. I value myself too much to put up with disrespect. It's all about showing people how to treat you and interact with you. Trust me, when you start standing your ground, people will either step up or step out. Those who really care about you will respect your boundaries, while those who don't will just drift away. And honestly, that's a blessing in disguise. Just think about how freeing that is. Imagine waking up every day knowing you're surrounded by people who truly care about your well-being. I want to lift you up instead of bringing you down. Just think about the peace that comes from not stressing over who's going to hurt you next. You deserve to live that way, and the only way to get there is by learning to say no to people who don't belong in your life. When you stop giving second chances to those who intentionally hurt you, you're taking back your power. You're standing strong and saying, I won't be a victim of your actions anymore. You're setting a standard and showing the world what you deserve. You gotta know you deserve better. And you know what? When you up your standards, you start bringing in better people. Folks who respect you, lift you up, and appreciate you for who you are. Don't for a second think that standing your ground means you won't face any challenges anymore. Life's still gonna throw some curveballs at you, and there will still be tough times. But here's the good part. When you've built a solid foundation of self-respect, you'll tackle those challenges with grace and strength. Remember, you've got the strength to get through tough times, and nobody should be able to bring you down. It's really about knowing your own worth and acting on that. When you start to value yourself, you give off a vibe that pulls in good things and helps you grow. You attract relationships and experiences that lift you up instead of dragging you down. That's what life is all about. So, trust your feelings and go with your gut. If someone disrespects you, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't let anyone make you feel like their hurtful behavior is your fault. You deserve respect, love, and kindness. If someone tries to take that away, don't hesitate to cut them out of your life. You deserve a joyful life, and it's up to you to create it by getting rid of negativity. Remember, it's your choice, and you have the power to choose who you want in your life. Make smart choices. Pick happiness, pick peace, and above all, pick yourself. First off, forgiveness is super important. It's key for your own peace and healing. But here's the thing. There's a big difference between forgiving someone and letting them back into your life after they've already hurt you. A lot of people mix this up. They think that forgiving someone means they have to give that person another chance to reopen that door. But let me tell you, forgiving someone is really a gift you give yourself. It's about letting go of all that anger and bitterness you've been holding onto from past hurts. It's not about giving someone the power over your feelings or your heart. When you forgive, you're saying, I'm done letting this situation control me. I'm moving on. But that doesn't mean you have to let the same person who hurt you back into your life. That's a big misunderstanding, and it can just lead to getting hurt again. Forgiveness doesn't mean they get a free pass. People can totally deserve a second chance to hurt you again. But you can forgive someone and still choose to walk away, set some distance, and create boundaries. You can forgive them and decide they no longer get to have a seat at your table. So, let's chat about that for a sec. Why do people hurt others on purpose? There's really no good reason for it, but there are a bunch of reasons behind it. Understanding those reasons can help you make sense of their behavior. Sometimes it's all about power. It's about feeling superior. These people get a messed up thrill from seeing you vulnerable and knowing they can hurt you. It's like a twisted way for them to feel validated. They want to see you in pain because it gives them a rush, a sense of power they can't find anywhere else. Now, think about it. When you let someone back into your life who's hurt you before, you're giving them more power. You're basically saying, "Here, take control and do your worst." So let me ask you this. Why would you do that? Do you really want to give someone like that more power than they already have? You need to realize that letting someone who's hurt you back into your life isn't a sign of strength. It's actually a weakness. It means you're willing to ignore the pain they caused just to keep things calm or because you think they've changed. But a lot of the time, they haven't. They're just waiting for the right moment to hurt you again. You deserve way better than that. You deserve to be around people who lift you up. Respect those who appreciate you. When you keep letting people who intentionally hurt you back into your life, you're settling for less. You're basically saying it's okay to be their punching bag for their insecurities, anger, and messed up reasons. You're allowing them to come and go as they please, without caring about your feelings, and that's just not right. Now, let's be clear about forgiveness. It's a process, and it's not always easy. It doesn't happen overnight. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you're best buddies with them again. It means you're choosing to let go of the anger and resentment so you can heal and move on. But that doesn't mean you forget what they did or that you have to let them hurt you again. Forgiveness is a personal journey, and you've got to be careful about who you let back into your life. When you forgive, you're taking back your power and saying, "I'm in control of my life." You're letting people walk all over you when you keep giving chances to those who've already hurt you. It's like you're saying, "Go ahead, it's fine to disrespect me." That's not being strong. That's just being vulnerable. We really need to start valuing ourselves and recognizing our worth, saying, "Enough is enough." You have to set standards for how you want to be treated and create boundaries to protect your peace. When someone crosses those lines and hurts you on purpose, you've got to be ready to walk away and never look back. Trust me, you'll be better off without them. There are tons of people out there who will respect you, value you, and appreciate who you are. Those are the ones you want in your life, not the ones who hurt you. I know it's tough to let go. It's way easier to hang on, hoping they might change or that things will be different this time. But that hope can trap you in a cycle of pain and disappointment. You've got to learn to recognize when enough is enough. It's like sticking around in a bad relationship because you hope things will get better. Spoiler alert, they usually don't. You need to be brave enough to walk away from what no longer serves you. Remember this, when someone shows you their true colors, believe them. Don't let their apologies or sweet talk pull you back in. Trust your gut. If someone has hurt you on purpose and you've forgiven them, but they still want to come back into your life, think twice. Don't let anyone control your life. You don't have to be harsh, just be firm. You can say, "I forgive you, but I won't let you hurt me again." That's a strong statement and shows you're taking charge of your life. When you stand your ground, you're teaching others how to treat you. You're showing them that you value yourself and your happiness. And when you start valuing yourself, the world will notice. You'll draw in people who appreciate you for who you are, who lift you up, and who want to see you succeed. You'll start creating a support system that lifts you up instead of bringing you down. So, let's go over this. Forgiveness is important, but it doesn't mean you have to let someone back into your life to hurt you again. You can forgive and still walk away. Understand why people hurt you on purpose, whether it's for power, insecurity, or control. Remember, you deserve better. Set your boundaries, respect your feelings, and always prioritize your well-being. You have the power to choose who you let into your life. You let people into your life, and that's a real gift. Don't waste it on those who don't deserve it. Choose wisely and surround yourself with folks who bring positivity, respect your boundaries, and appreciate your journey. When you start living that way, you'll find a peace and fulfillment like you've never felt before. It's time to take control, own your story, and stop letting others dictate your happiness. You deserve a life full of love, joy, and respect, so go out there and grab it. Sometimes people can really hurt you. They're jealous, insecure, or resentful, and that's a tough truth to face. They see something in you that they wish they had, like your kindness, success, or potential. Instead of being inspired by you and celebrating your wins, they lash out and try to bring you down because they can't handle your brightness. When you give them another chance and let them back into your life, you're just giving them more power to hurt you. You're letting people dim your shine, and by doing that, you're giving them the chance to hold you back, drain your energy, and chip away at your self-worth. Seriously, think about it. Why would you want to keep someone in your life who's not cheering for you? Why would you let someone in who seems to thrive on your struggles? That's a risky move. Bringing those kinds of people back into your life is like handing them a loaded gun and saying, "Go ahead, take a shot." They've already revealed who they really are, and yet you. Thinking a second chance will magically change someone. Nah, that's a gamble you can't take. Now, let's chat about those who hurt you just because they're selfish. These people don't give a hoot about how their actions impact you. They don't care about your feelings, your well-being, or your happiness. All they care about is what they can get from you. They're like energy vampires, and you can spot them from a mile away. They see you as just a way to get what they want. When you give someone a second chance, you're just telling them that their selfish behavior is fine. You're signaling that they can keep taking from you without giving anything back. You really need to ask yourself why you'd let someone like that back into your life. Why would you let someone who doesn't value or respect you and clearly doesn't care about you come back and hurt you again? You need to be honest with yourself about these questions. You've got to face those tough truths. The minute you let those toxic people back into your life, you're not just opening yourself up to more hurt. You're telling yourself you don't deserve better. I know some of you are thinking, but what if they've changed? What if they've learned from their mistakes? I get it. We all want to believe in second chances and hope that people can grow and change, but change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and a real commitment. It's not enough to just say, "I'm sorry." You need to pay attention to what people do, not just what they say. Words can be empty, but actions tell the real story. If someone keeps being selfish, disrespectful, or doesn't care about your feelings, that's a red flag. You deserve to be around people who lift you up, celebrate your wins, and support you when things get tough. You should have people in your life who are truly happy for you. Real friends and love are all about wanting the best for you. When you let back in people who've hurt you, you're basically saying their bad behavior is cool, and that just makes it okay for them to keep treating you badly. That's not just unhealthy, it's really harmful to your mental and emotional health. I get that moving on is tough. It's hard to break things off with someone you used to care about or thought might change. We've all gone through that. We've all stuck around too long thinking maybe this time things would change. But honestly, holding on can hurt more than letting go. You need to think about your happiness compared to their past actions. How many times have you been hurt? How many chances have you given them? Ask yourself if it was worth it. Real growth often means being ready to let go of people who don't lift you up. You have to be okay with walking away from relationships that drain you. It can leave you feeling drained or hurt. It takes guts to let go, but it takes even more guts to keep someone in your life who keeps disrespecting you. You need to ask yourself, when does your self-respect become more important than trying to keep the peace or giving them another shot? And let me tell you, setting boundaries isn't a bad thing. It's actually a way of loving yourself. It's saying, I respect myself too much to put up with being disrespected. You have every right to guard your energy and your heart. Setting boundaries isn't just about shutting people out. It's about creating a safe space for yourself where you can really thrive without worrying about getting hurt again. You've got to understand that forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to let them back into your life. You can forgive and still keep your distance. You can choose to walk away, and that's the great thing about forgiveness. It's for you, not them. You're freeing yourself from all that resentment and anger, but you don't have to let them back in. If they haven't earned the right to be around you, don't give them that privilege. That's where your power comes in, and it's a choice you have to make for yourself. At the end of the day, your happiness is what matters most. You have every right to put your mental and emotional health first. You deserve a life filled with joy, respect, and love. If someone is messing with that, it's time to rethink the relationship. Ask yourself if they really belong in your life. Look, life is too short. Stop wasting your time on people who keep letting you down. Surround yourself with folks who appreciate you for who you are and want to see you succeed. It's time to uplift yourself and create a circle that builds you up, not brings you down. You get to decide who gets a place in your life, so choose wisely. Pick those who will cheer for you, support you, and stand by you. Remember, when you know your worth, you won't settle for less. Don't settle for less. When you know your worth, you won't let people take advantage of you. If someone shows you their true colors, believe them. You don't have to keep giving them chances to prove you wrong. Trust your instincts and the lessons from your past. Letting go can be tough, but sometimes it's the most freeing thing you can do. It opens the door to new opportunities and healthier relationships, allowing you to really thrive. So take a moment to step back and evaluate things. Take a look at the relationships in your life and think about who really deserves to be there. Don't hesitate to cut out anyone who doesn't bring something good to your journey. You owe it to yourself to build a space that feeds your soul, a place where you can shine without worrying about being dimmed. You deserve love, respect, and to be around people who lift you up. So get out there and make it happen. Don't settle for less than your worth. You have the power to choose who you keep in your circle. Your circle should show the greatness inside you. It's time to be true to yourself, recognize your worth, and ditch those who don't get it. The path ahead is promising, but you've got to let go of negativity to really move forward. Go after your happiness, take charge of your life, and you'll see the right people come to you. You're ready to shine. I know it's not easy to walk away. Letting go is hard, especially when it's someone you care about and have put so much into. You've shared your dreams and even shed some tears, so how can you just walk away from all that? It's tough to let go and say, you don't deserve a spot in my life anymore. But let me tell you, your peace is way more valuable than the pain they're putting you through. Your self-respect matters more than the chaos they bring. Your happiness is worth so much more than their empty apologies and broken promises. Life's too short to be dragged down by people who don't appreciate you. It's too precious to waste on that. If someone doesn't see your value and shows you their true colors, believe them right away. Don't wait for them to hurt you again to realize they haven't changed. That's a lesson worth remembering. You need to guard your energy and your heart, even if it means making the hard choice to walk away. It might hurt and feel like you're losing something, but the truth is, you're actually gaining your peace. You're getting your freedom back, making space for better, more loving and respectful people in your life. You're opening up to the kind of relationships you truly deserve. Ones where you're valued, respected and loved for who you are, not just for what you can offer. And believe me, that's the real win. Walking away isn't about being petty or seeking revenge. It's not about getting back at the person who hurt you. It's about taking your power back. It's about reclaiming your life, your heart, your energy. It's about saying, I deserve better and I won't settle for less. That's a strong statement. When you declare your worth, you send a message to the universe that you're ready for better things to come your way. You're ready to be around people who lift you up, who value you, and who bring good vibes into your life. I know there's that voice in your head telling you to give them another shot, and it might say things like, but people can change, or maybe they didn't really mean it. I get it. We all want to believe in second chances and that people can grow. But the truth is, change takes time and effort. It doesn't just happen overnight or because someone says they're sorry. You've got to pay attention to what they do, not just what they say. Words can be empty, they can be a front. But actions, they show you everything you need to know, especially when you keep someone in your life who keeps disrespecting you. You're basically saying that their behavior is okay, that it's fine for them to treat you badly, and that you'll just keep putting up with it. That's not the vibe you want to put out there. You should aim for a place where respect is standard, kindness is expected, and love is unconditional. It all starts with you. You need to set the tone for how you want to be treated. You've got to raise your standards and make it clear that you won't accept anything less than what you deserve. There's a lot of strength in walking away. You might not notice it at first, but trust me, it's there. When you take a step back, you make room for some self-reflection. You start to figure out what you really want and what you don't want in your life. You begin to see that your happiness comes first and shouldn't depend on how someone else acts. You're not in charge of their choices or what they do. You're only in charge of how you react to it. Choosing to walk away is a really powerful move. You need to know your worth. You deserve love, respect, kindness, and compassion. If someone can't give you that, if they hurt you on purpose or disrespect you, then they don't deserve to be in your life. End of story. Look, I'm not saying it won't hurt to let go. I'm not saying it won't come with its challenges. There will be days when you miss the memories, the good times, the laughter, and you'll have moments where you think, what if? But here's the deal. Those tough times will fade, and you'll come out stronger on the other side. You'll start to notice that the heavy weight you used to carry is lifting, and in its place, you'll find clarity, strength, and the freedom to be your true self. Free from the chains of someone who didn't appreciate you. So, give yourself the time to heal. Feel the pain and grieve the loss, but don't let it define you or keep you stuck in the past. Your future is out there, waiting for you, full of possibilities. New opportunities, new friends, and new possibilities are waiting for you. You have the power to shape your future and bring in people who lift you up, appreciate you, and value you for who you are. Trust me, once you start making space for that kind of vibe, your life will change. You'll feel happier, more at peace, and more fulfilled. You'll attract people who recognize your worth, and you'll build a circle that really aligns with you. With your values, dreams, and goals, that's the beauty of walking away. It's not just about cutting out the negative stuff, it's about making room for the good things. So, don't be scared to walk away or let go. It takes courage, but the rewards are huge. You deserve a life full of joy, respect, and love. You deserve to be around people who recognize your worth, who want to lift you up, and who will be there for you when things get tough. You have every right to expect that, and you have every right to walk away. Stay away from people who don't get it, and when you finally take that brave step, remember you're not alone. There are so many others who have been through this, faced the same challenges, and come out stronger. You're part of a community of survivors and thrivers. You're not just leaving someone who hurt you, you're stepping into a brighter, more empowering chapter of your life. Your journey is unique, and only you can navigate it. Trust yourself and follow your instincts. Whenever you're unsure, keep in mind that your peace is something you should fight for. It's worth the struggle, the pain, and the tears. You'll be all right. You'll come out of this tougher than ever, with a fresh sense of who you are and a clear idea of your worth. So go ahead and step confidently into your future. Welcome the unknown with open arms. Don't apologize for chasing your happiness. You deserve it, and you have the strength to go after it. Your life is waiting for you, and now's the time for you to shine like the star you were always meant to be. Don't let anyone dull your shine. You deserve to live a life full of love, respect, and being true to yourself. Stand tall, walk away from what doesn't help you anymore, and embrace the greatness that's meant for you. And seriously, don't let guilt hold you back from moving on. That voice in your head telling you that you owe someone more time or more chances, ignore it. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you stuck with someone who's doing more harm than good. People will try to manipulate that. They'll play on your kindness and use your fear of being alone against you, making you think that sticking around is the right choice. But here's the tough truth. It's way better to be alone and at peace than to be around people who are just dragging you down. I've seen too many folks stick it out in situations that are tearing them apart just because they're scared of what life would be like on their own, scared of the quiet and the empty space that someone used to fill. But that silence, that space, that's where you find your peace and start to heal. You don't have to keep giving pieces of yourself to people who aren't giving anything in return. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your joy and happiness just to make someone else feel comfortable. That's not love, and that's not friendship. Real love and real friendship lift you up. They don't drag you down. Believe me when I say this. When you let go of the people who hurt you and stop giving second chances to those who don't deserve it, you'll feel so much better. You deserve good people in your life. When you make room for the right ones, you open yourself up to love, friendships, and relationships that lift you up and support your soul. Seriously, there's nothing stronger than knowing your worth and sticking to it. You need to believe you deserve better because you really do. It's easy to get caught up in thinking maybe they'll change or maybe this time will be different, but here's the deal. People are who they are. Keep showing you who they really are time and time again. The signs are always there. It's not your job to fix anyone or to make them see your worth if they can't. If they keep taking you for granted, they don't deserve to be in your life. I get it. It's tough to walk away from someone you've put so much time and energy into, someone you care about. But you know what's even harder? Staying in a situation that's slowly tearing you apart day by day. So don't be afraid to let go. Let go. Don't be afraid to protect your peace, guard your heart, and value your happiness. You don't owe anyone a second chance. Seriously, you don't owe anyone the chance to hurt you again. You owe it to yourself to prioritize your well-being and choose relationships that lift you up. Surround yourself with people who truly care about you. That's the kind of love and friendship you should be after, not the stuff that makes you doubt your worth. It leaves you feeling empty and worn out. Life's too short to keep giving chances to people who don't appreciate you. It's too short to let toxic folks drain your energy, steal your joy, and mess with your peace. You deserve way better than that. The moment you start believing that and choosing yourself is when your life will start to change for the better. You'll begin to see things in a new light and realize that being alone isn't something to be scared of. It's something to embrace. In that quiet space, you'll reconnect with yourself. You'll figure out who you are, what you want, and what you deserve. When you reach that point and stand confidently in your worth, you'll draw in the right people. Those who see you for who you are, who respect and value you. You won't have to beg for love, attention, or kindness. It'll come to you naturally. The people meant for you will show up and uplift you. They won't take from you without giving back, and they won't hurt you. Take care of yourself first, and the right people will be there for you. They'll support you and genuinely want to see you succeed. I need you to know this. You have the power to create the life you want. You get to decide who you let into your heart, your energy, and your time. Don't hand that power over to anyone else. Don't let someone dictate how you feel, how you live, or how you love. You're in charge, and part of that is knowing when to walk away and say enough is enough. You don't have to wait for someone to change. Stop waiting for someone to treat you the way you deserve. You can decide right now to walk away from anything or anyone that's not good for you. I get it. It's not easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. You've got to be ready to fight for your peace and happiness. And sometimes that means walking away. Sometimes it means letting go of people who won't be in your life forever. But trust me, the ones who are meant to stay will stick around. You shouldn't have to beg anyone to be there for you. They should want to be there because they appreciate you and know your worth. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for putting yourself first. People will try to guilt trip you, making you feel selfish or wrong for setting boundaries. But hear me out. Protecting your peace and valuing your happiness isn't selfish, it's self-love, and that's totally okay. In fact, it's essential. You can't help others if you're running on empty. If you're always running on empty, you need to take care of yourself first. Make sure you're good before worrying about anyone else. I've seen people stick around in toxic relationships and friendships just because they didn't want to hurt someone else's feelings or be the bad guy. But here's what I've learned. Sometimes you have to be okay with disappointing people to protect yourself. It's all right if someone doesn't like your decision if it means you're taking care of you. Do what's best for you. You can't spend your life trying to make everyone else happy at the cost of your own well-being. The people who really care about you, the ones who have your best interests at heart, will get it. They'll respect your boundaries and understand your need for space, peace, and happiness. As for those who don't, well, that just reveals their true colors. It shows they were never in your life for the right reasons in the first place. So don't be scared to let go. Don't be scared to stand up for yourself. You need to put your peace, happiness, and well-being first because you deserve it. You owe that to yourself. Life's too short to be around people who don't value, appreciate, or respect you. Choose yourself, prioritize your peace, and you'll see how your life starts to change. You'll notice the right people and opportunities coming your way. It's not always easy, but every step you take to protect your peace is worth it. Every decision you make counts. Protect your heart. It's guiding you toward a happier, more fulfilling life. Don't be scared to let go or walk away from anything that doesn't benefit you.